Hey everybody, this is Erica from the Classy Climb blog. Today, doing the post on economy hit a brick wall. So this was off of what I just saw on Fox Business News channel. I was looking at the daily reports and the jobs numbers and as far as oil prices and a lot of different things and what's going on in the stock market today. So I put this video together so that you guys could focus on, of course, building your own personal economy and also just finding ways to get the exit off the highway that you deserve. You can reach me at Erica S. Williams on Twitter or Classy Climb blog. And the reference to the article I'm talking about right there is the link to www.classyscl.com. Today, it's going to say, love your job but want a raise or a better job. It's totally okay if you have a great job, if you feel like they're treating you right, or if you're in the position where I'm meeting a lot of people who are getting paid $10,000 to $20,000 under what the area standard is. I'm meeting countless women who are getting paid $20,000 less after they go look on Glassdoor, and the first thing I can do is go ask for a raise. And if you don't know how to ask for a raise, go check out I Will Teach You to Be Rich, Ramit Sethi's a blog, or check out his course, Dream Job course, on his I Will Teach You to Be Rich blog. I would definitely also check out his book, maybe see some things you could cut back on or change or automate as far as credit card bill payments, a few other items in long-term structuring of how you pay your student loans back. It's a pretty good book on that. But it's also, there's a lot of people out there who just enjoy their job. They don't have small business ideals. They don't have a side business ideal. They actually enjoy their job. So at that point, I would want them to just focus on getting the most income possible at their job, getting a 401k match, and also increasing their investments and savings. So for those who you want to keep your job, and start focusing on your 5 to 9 as far as a side hustle, different things like that. I would definitely want you to check out getting a home-based business because at least 1/3 of what you're getting paid is going away in taxes. And definitely you check every tax record out there. It's pretty much a third standard between your state and your federal, depending on your state. And you could get a lot of those taxes back as far as driving, gas reimbursement, cell phones, home, you name it. Auto insurance, depending on how much you're driving to work. Check out Terrence Hill. You can check him on Facebook and Terrence Income for Life. Or you can check out Young Black Wealth Builders Taking Over out of Florida. You can also check out My Econ and get some ideas on how to start a home-based business and get some of those tax write-offs getting ready to get started. I would definitely also say check out the book. I think it's 1001 Business Tax Credits and Deductions. Great stuff on there. I would have never ever thought about even putting on my tax report. But if you just print out your 1040 right now and look at it, there are countless places for different types of income on there and different ways to write it off. So if Uncle Sam knows you're going to get paid different ways, maybe you should also look into that. Thinking outside the box is a really easy area for people, and I would say definitely check out people like Gabe Strom from Chicago, Daryl Hardy of Success Magazine, John Lee Dumas of Entrepreneur on Fire. A lot of them can give you some inspiration, some ideals on finding your focus and growing your skills. Lewis Howes, great, I think it is forgot his logo, but lewishouse.com. You can definitely check him out. He shows you how to use LinkedIn to your best of your ability. That way, if you're still kind of on the fence looking for a job or possibly looking for business growth ideals, LinkedIn's a great way to use that. Eric Thomas, the hip hop preacher, great inspiration videos. How bad do you want it? It's pretty much has millions of views at this point. So just Zig Ziglar used to say, a bath and motivation are something that we require daily. And that's just very important. You know, people go to conferences or they go to seminars and they get encouraged one time and they go, well, a month later, all their friends or family have said something to them, it's kind of, wore them out, or their motivation has gone down because of the people they're surrounded by. So that's why I just daily get up and I watch motivational videos, and regardless of the circumstances, I continue to go try to do open houses and try to do apartment locating and try to grow my business, because at the end of the day, the people who give up, they're not going to see any results. So if you're looking for an exit as far as in the real estate gram, these are some of the 3 best ones I could ever pick for you to read, and it would be actually for biggerpockets.com. It just is a massive database of information of other bloggers. It has a forum. It has ways for you to connect with other people. I live here in Central Texas. It has over 300 people I could connect with here in the Austin area, which is very interesting. Affordable Real Estate Investments is a great, her name is Lisa Phillips. She does a great job of describing 30,000 buying $30,000 and under houses, and people go, well, that must be in the war zone, that must be in the hood, that must be in the ghetto. Well, actually, if you live in Georgia, North Carolina, Virginia, Tennessee, Kentucky, there are lots of areas that actually have $30,000 to $50,000 houses for sale that aren't in the ghetto and that aren't a piece of crap. And so it's very interesting to see somebody go from that angle instead of going straight to apartments or straight to multifamily, when maybe all you can afford is a $30,000 home. Again, or you can try afford anything. She is really great, Paula Plant. I like her angle. It does talk about saving more, saving up for a year before you buy. That's a really good exit strategy for a lot of people who are more risk averse. For more, it's a great blog by I forgot his name. I think it's Mr. Ferguson. But the point of the story is he's planning to buy 100 single family homes, and I think now he's at 12. And he always says something that cracks me up is when he was single or in his younger days, if he'd have focused on getting owner occupied loans, it'd have been great. And that's always something I tell people: if they start with one owner occupied FHA, 3.5% down, rent out a few rooms to their friends, move the next year, and just keep doing that, because eventually most people keep moving every year anyways, in apartment complexes. So that way, taking that down payment that you would use for an apartment and taking those down payments, that money you saved from people renting rooms from you, you could turn around and use it for down payments for the next year and the year after. So again, just rentals, apartments, single family homes, or land, they're, ways to go about investing in real estate. And sometimes buying a 100-acre lot is cheaper than buying a 10-acre in some areas, because most people can only afford the smaller lots. So what happens is a lot of people buy the 100-acre, end up divvying it out into 100 1-acre lots for sale, or 5-acre lots for sale, and they actually make a lot of money off of it. It's very common in Georgetown, Texas, Cedar Park, Texas, and a couple other places. If you are looking for some other type of strategy, like I need a whole different mindset of how to work, how to get out, Glenn Cameron is great. He talks about how to live without a job, and basically how he lost his job 3 times and was homeless, and basically started storage unit auctions. Then he went on to online sales, Amazon, eBay, you name it. It's great to check out. Another great one is Kate Northrup. She is with USANA, but she also wrote a book. She also has a lot of great things she worked on for years that build to affiliate marketing, and it built her website up, and it built the income she was receiving. Andrew Hatchett, I interviewed him for my Slow and Low series. He basically was a teacher's assistant to special needs kids making $15 an hour in New York City. And he saved the crap out of his money for 2 years and then turned around and bought a house in New York City. Most people would be like, you can't afford anything in New York, it's too expensive. Well, that's a lie. It's all about how you use your money, how you save your money, how you save or invest it. And people, when you really want something, you get there. And even if it takes working a job that only pays $15 an hour, or working 2 crappy jobs that pay very little an hour, and still getting there, it's possible. Also, Dr. Boyce Watkins, the People Scholar, in his Financial Juneteenth show with Dr. Boyce on it. It's a really great show. He's going to start doing a bunch of shows with Dame Dash, which is going to be very interesting, because Dame Dash just made a big splash on the radio show Breakfast Club, and people are still talking about it weeks later. They're even still talking about it with other people weeks later, which is amazing. Just goes to show you how much and how powerful a thought is, and an ideal, and like, you guys are lazy if you're only relying on your job to pay for you, and that if you really want to be a boss, put your money up. Now, he made some of the people on the show mad, but at the end of the day, what he was saying was accurate. Like, if these people lose their job tomorrow, they're out, and it shows you stats all over the place where some people lose their job within 2 to 4 weeks, they're homeless, because they have no other savings, they have no other investments, they have no backup plan. So don't get yourself caught up in that that possibility when you could plan out for something more. Next one is, if I were you, I would definitely grab the 4-Hour Workweek Today or the $100 Startup. These are 2 books that everybody should have read by now, but maybe not everybody has. And Dr. Boyce Watkins was talking about, as he calls it FU money, which is kind of funny. And he read the $100 Startup, and him and his brother started a company that made them $80,000, I don't know, in a quarter or in a year. But at the end of the day, is when he was getting ready to get laid off from the university, it didn't matter. He wasn't stressing about it, and he wasn't fighting to keep his job, because he knew, I have FU money. I have other money that's set aside that I'm still going to be okay, and I'm going to live. And so it was just really great to see that review on it and see how he looked at that book. And I mean, $100 startup is really, really great because I've just read there's so many stories in it to kind of propel you to think about, okay, well, $100 is not a lot. And if you're down to your last unemployment check, $100 is still, you know, a lot. Same thing with 4 Hour Work Week. There's so many things I look on Alibaba or AliExpress, and they're selling for, you know, $1 for an item that, you know, you go to store, it's about $30, and it's free shipping here as long as you wait 15 to 20 days. A lot of people go in there and buy, you know, 100 of those things, turn around and sell them online. You know, it may be a drag time, which that's why I go back to telling you to read about Glenn Camden's YouTube videos, because a lot of times he talks about using warehouse space. If you have 1,000 square foot space and you put 4 level racks in there, all right, now you've converted it to a 4,000 foot space. Or if you had a 10,000 square foot warehouse and then you put 4 level racks, now you got a 40,000 square foot place, because you're using the same space, just you're going vertical. And I just think that's so important. And picking up the E-Myth or Rich Dad Poor Dad, those are also good classics that people always recommend. It also just kind of gets your mind set on taking a different path in your life and not being as relying on your job as much when you could have other opportunities. Also, Mr. Money Mustache, cracks me up. You know, don't leave your financial future in someone else's hands. If you can increase your investments and retire in 7 years, that's amazing. But if you ever read Mr. Money Mustache's blog, he got really, really heavy in stocks, really, really heavy in just no debt, completely paid down. And it's a great guideline to see how much you're spending and how much you could be spending less. You know, I know people who spend $150 on satellite channels, TV channels, internet at their house every month, and then on top of that they pay $100 for their phone. I mean, those are total ripoffs. You can get a prepaid phone for $40 a month and still have a Apple phone, Samsung phone. They still have those programs working at Sprint and pretty much at each one of the big phone companies at this point. But I just like his view on it. I mean, he gets down to him and his family spends about $25,000 a year. And that's really, really low. But you know what? Their house is paid off. And they only have 1 car and it's paid off. And they've just got down to really, really, you can't frugal your way to wealth, but he's already saved $600,000 in his stock accounts. And he has a lot of monthly dividend stocks and debating on getting more real estate. And he uses Lending Club and Prosper and those things like that. And so I loved his blog for all those reasons. And they're a really great guideline. Grant Cardone, last but the greatest. You've got to 10x your life, your income, and your possibility. A lot of people are waiting on the economy to turn around. I've met people with PhDs telling me they're waiting on the economy in Texas to turn around. And that's just ludicrous to me, because I'm like, if you're hoping the economy in Texas turns around, you're in the wrong career field. It's time to switch gears. It's time to leave that alone and go pick up a new thing. If you need to go get you a certificate in something else or technician skills at a community college, do what you have to do. But don't say you can't find anything in your field, because it's just time for you to let that go. And so I love Grant Cardone because he just focuses on, listen, you come out of college and you just can't find a job. Real estate is always hiring. Car salesmen are hiring. Sales job periods are always hiring. And you can actually make a really great life out of it. And I love his book, The 10X Rule, if you're not first, you're last, and Sell or Be Sold. It's a really great book and something you could pick up. And it really just makes you think what you thought you needed to make it. You know, 30,000, 50,000, you're coming out of college, you probably need 10 more times that. And everybody doesn't think that way, but you definitely need more than 30,000 to live in a major city like Austin, New York, Charleston, even Raleigh. I mean, you need to really expand your life and the possibility of what your life could be. And so I totally enjoy his books for that. And I just think it's awesome. So I hope this video I put together, in the slides helped you. I hope you got some good notes out of it. If you go check out these pages, they're really, really great people who are putting a ton of work into their websites. And I enjoy getting benefits from it. This is Erica from the Classy Clown blog telling you the economy has hit a brick wall. Definitely check me out at Erica S. Williams on Twitter. Check me out at www.classyscl.com. And I hope you guys go out there and champion your lives. Have a great day.